Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, so students, we have discussed previously about some very important definitions from page number 6. We have discussed about elements, symbols, what is valency, how the valency is going to be in single covalent bond, and how it is in ionic compounds. Now, what we are going to do, we are on page number 7. Open your books and open page number 7. Over there, you can see a table which I am sharing with you as well, where it is table 1.2, and it is very important table और आपने ये सारे का सारा as it is याद करना है. The purpose of telling you again and again that write down the symbol means that this table should be learned by you people by heart, because in previous years this table among this table there are so many symbols that have already came. Like if you can see, I have marked right symbols of what silver and arsenic. This was the question of 2 marks that has come in 2019. Now you people can see, if you have learned it, then how much easy for you to get 2 marks or more than that marks. Okay, so I am going to read you one by one that you have to learn it. I am going to first read the first line. Sodium already you have done even in 8th class, Na, and we have also studied that if it is two letter word, then the first will be capital and the second letter will be small. Then we have potassium, silver, magnesium, till chromium we have already done, means you can do easily. अब जो इसमें नई चीज है करने की, that is till here you people can do it. Now coming towards ammonium. Ammonium is derived from ammonia, NH3, और जब इसमें एक चार्ज ऐड, एक हाइड्रोजन ऐड हो जाता है, it becomes ammonium ion, which is NH4 plus. इसके ऊपर प्लस आना, it is very necessary. If it is not over there, your answer will be wrong. It is an ion, ammonium ion, right? Then we have hydronium. Hydronium is addition of one more hydrogen in water. H2O plus H plus gives us H3O plus. So hydronium ion को भी आपने इसी तरीके से याद करना है. Then we have hydroxide. Hydroxide is OH negative. Cyanide CN negative. Now here you can see थोड़ी सी contradictions है कि cyanide में C भी capital है, N भी capital है, और ये इसी तरीके से होगा because okay, because it is a radical ion जिसके ऊपर ion आ जाता है, either positive or either negative one. Then we have bisulfate, HSO4 negative. Bicarbonate, HCO3 negative. Now you can see there is a valency as well. आपने valencies भी उसी तरीके से learn करनी है, like sodium, potassium, silver all have +1. And you can see over here copper में इसकी valency 1 and 2 है. What does it mean? It means copper has variable valency. इसकी in valency in some compounds it can be +1, it can be +2 as well. तो आपको पता होना चाहिए कि वेरिएबल, इस चीज को हम कहते हैं वेरिएबल वैलेंसी. वेरिएबल जिसकी एक कांस्टेंट चीज नहीं होती. इट कैन बी changeable. It can be +1, +2, and it can be 2, 3, anything like that, right? And now second one, hydrogen, chlorine, bromine, iodine, oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen, phosphorus, and boron. यहाँ तक आपको almost पीछे मैंने करवा दिया हुआ है. Then we have arsenic, AS. Carbon, carbonate. Carbonate is also ion, जिसमें इसकी वैलेंसी आप देख सकते हो 2 है, and it is CO3 - 2. over here, CO3 minus 2, and you are supposed to write it down just like it. Then we have sulfate SO4 minus 2, sulfite SO3 minus 2, थायोसल्फेट, थायो इज सल्फर, आप थायो को अंडरलाइन करके उसके ऊपर लिख सकते हैं सल्फर, wherever थायो will come it means it is sulfur. S2O3 minus 2, nitride N minus 3, and then we have phosphate PO4 minus 3, and you have to learn all this table by heart. आपको ये सारे का
टीचर
सारा
इनके
टेबल
माइनस
जुबानी
पीछे को
से
लगे हुए हैं।
बेटे किधर
ये जो है
क्या कह रहे हो
फॉस्फेट
आप
का
मैम?
सबके मैंने कहा पीछे को माइनस लगे हुए हैं इनके।
ऐसे ही लिखना है, वैलेंसी में हम ऐसे ही लिखते हैं, 3 माइनस, -3 भी लिख सकते हैं, बट अप्रोप्रिएट वे है कि आप 3 माइनस लिखें, ठीक है? तो मैम क्लियर है बेटे? ओके, सम एलिमेंट्स शो मोर देन वन वैलेंसी, वही बात जो मैंने अभी आपको बताई, एंड दे have, that is they have variable valency. For example, in ferrous sulfate, this is a formula of ferrous sulfate, FeSO4. The valency of iron means Fe, iron हम बोलेंगे Fe को, iron को underline कीजिए और उसके ऊपर Fe लिख लें. We call it ferrous, we call it ferric. It is just the difference of valency. When it is +2, we call it ferrous. When it is +3, we call it ferric. आप क्या कर सकते हैं, फेरस को अंडरलाइन करके इसके ऊपर +2 लिख लें, सो दैट आपको हमेशा याद रहे कि फेरस सल्फेट में वैलेंसी +2 होगी, या खाली 2 लिख लें, ठीक है? इन फेरिक सल्फेट Fe2SO4 थ्राइस, इसको इस तरीके से बोलते हैं, मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया हुआ है कि फॉर्मूलास को पढ़ने का क्या तरीका है. Fe2SO4 थ्राइस, Fe2SO4 thrice. In it, the valency of iron is 3. Generally, the Latin or Greek name for the element, that is ferrum, is modified to end in OUS, or for the lower valency, for example, ferrous की 2 है, and in IC जो कि ferric बन जाता है, this is for the higher valency +3. क्लियर है यहाँ तक बेटे? जिसको नहीं क्लियर है यू कैन आस्क मी राइट नाउ, ताकि हम अगला टॉपिक स्टार्ट करें, कंपाउंड. ईमान, उमैमा, क्लियर है बेटे?
Yes, miss.
ओके, व्हाट अबाउट यू उमैमा?
यस टीचर, एक बार देख रही हूँ मैं भी।
ठीक है. फातिमा, वेयर वर यू फ्रॉम द लास्ट सो मेनी डेज? अनम्यूट योर माइक. यस बेटे, वेयर वर यू? फातिमा, आंसर मी. फातिमा, यस फातिमा. Fatma, can you listen to me? Okay. Okay, जी, we are moving in on the next topic, which is compound. Right? Compound अब क्या है? We are going to first study the definition of compound. Compound basically is a substance. We have already studied that substance you have two different types, and one is element and the other one is compound. Till now we have done element. We have studied about the symbols. We have studied about valency and the remaining components of that. Now we are coming towards compound. Compound basically क्या है? More than one element, जो कि एक ऐसा substance, एक ऐसी चीज जो कि बनी है more than one or two or more than two or more elements chemically combined together in a fixed ratio by mass. Like If I am talking about anything like if I'm talking about glucose, the formula is C6H12O6, right? Over there you can see C is 6, hydrogen is 12, oxygen is 6. So we all can say with certainty कि इनके अंदर इनकी amount carbon, hydrogen, oxygen की 6, 12, 6 ही रहेगी. It can't be varied. अगर वो change होगी, then it is forming something else. So compound में it is very necessary to keep this thing in your mind that it is a substance made up of 2 or more elements chemically combined together in a fixed ratio by mass. कि उनका जितना वजन है, उनका जितना atomic mass है, it can't be changed. If it is going to be changed, the compound is also going to be changed. Like अगर ऊपर टेबल पे आप देखें हाइड्रोनियम आयन लिखा हुआ है, if it is H2O, only change of one hydrogen makes it hydronium. So ये चीज बहुत मैटर करती है कि फिक्स्ड अमाउंट हमेशा उसकी रहनी चाहिए. Now, as a result of this combination, elements lose their own properties and produce new substances. That have entirely different properties. Compounds can't be broken down into its constituent elements by some physical methods. For example, carbon dioxide. Now, what is the formula of carbon dioxide? Who is going to tell me? What is the formula of carbon dioxide?
CO2.
CO2.
Yeah, it's CO2. C will be capital, O will be capital, and 2 will be as a subscript. CO2, carbon dioxide, is formed when the elements of carbon and oxygen combine chemically in a fixed ratio of 12:32. Means 12 क्या होगा इसमें? Carbon and oxygen will be 32, or 3:8 by mass. Similarly, water is a compound formed by a chemical combination between hydrogen and oxygen in a fixed ratio of 1:8 by mass. ये ratios आपने याद रखनी है कि water में कितनी होती है और दूसरे में कितनी होती है. Now, page number 8. Open that in your books. Here it is. Okay. Now what we are going to study over here, we are going to study compounds, how they can be classified. What is the classification of compounds? So compounds can be classified into two. Number one, ionic, and number two is covalent compounds. Okay? It is ionic and covalent. Ionic compounds do not exist in independent molecular form. Means उनके अलग से molecules नहीं होते because they are in ionic form. Like sodium है Na, उसके ऊपर चार्ज आ जाएगा तो वो उसका आयन बन जाएगा. ठीक है. क्लोरीन है Cl, उसके ऊपर चार्ज आ जाएगा तो वो माइनस आयन हो जाएगा और हम उसको कहेंगे दिस इज अ आयनिक कंपाउंड. They form a dimensional crystal lattice in which each ion is surrounded by oppositely charged ions. Okay. So these oppositely charged ion attracts each other very strongly. Now, if I show you the diagram of this one three-dimensional structure, all of you please open page number I am telling you. It is over here, right? Page 68. Open that in your books. Class 9, please switch on your cameras. Only girls are over here. Please switch on your camera and show me whether you have opened it or not. Just a minute. Okay, all of you can see it. Fatima, you are not there. You don't seem to be over there. चले ठीक है. You can off your cameras if you want. Okay. So over there you can see this is a lattice structure. Like this is about sodium chloride. The page 68 is telling you. And on your book, on your screen, you can see, which I am sharing, that they form a three-dimensional crystal lattice in which each ion is surrounded by oppositely charged ion. Means you can see in the key that sodium ion and A positive is of yellowish color, which is little bit smaller, and green one is chloride ion, which is bigger. तो आप देखें दो क्लोराइड आयन के साथ एक सोडियम है और आपस में इसी तरीके से इन्होंने एक जाइंट सा स्ट्रक्चर क्रिएट किया हुआ है and they are forming ionic compounds and they are solid and forming a three-dimensional structure. ठीक है? These oppositely charged ions attract each other very strongly. As a result, ionic compounds have high melting and boiling points. Why they have high melting and boiling points? Let me tell you. They have high melting and boiling points. The reason behind is that when something is joined with each other with a very high energy, तो melting point क्या है? Melting point कब अचीव होता है? जब उसके सारे के सारे मॉलिक्यूल जो हैं वो ब्रेक हो जाती हैं and they are going to form into different ions. तो हमारे पास अगर सोडियम क्लोराइड है which is table salt present, खाने का नमक जो white color का होता है, present in our home, in our kitchen as well, if we want to achieve the melting point तो हमें उसको break करना पड़ेगा. आप देखें ये lattice energy वाला structure, it is so strong that it is unable to break it easily. So very high melting point is achieved. उसको break करने के लिए, उसको ions में convert करने के लिए we need very much high melting and boiling points. Like sodium chloride melting point is around 810 degrees centigrade. So you can imagine that how much this is the temperature, right? So that's why they have high melting and boiling points. These compounds are represented by formula units. For example, NaCl sodium chloride, KBr potassium bromide, CuSO4, SO4 copper sulfate. Coming towards covalent compounds. The covalent compounds mostly exist in molecular form. A molecule is a true representative of the covalent compound and its formula is called molecular formula. For example, water, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, and CH4 is methane. Now there is a table, ये भी आपने याद करना है, and you can also write down the formula of water and sugar. This is a question which has came in 2018. So it's very necessary that you people have to learn this table as well. Now you can see it. Water chemical formula is H2O. Sodium chloride is also known as common salt. You must know कि आपने इसको common salt भी कहना है. NaCl, silicon dioxide, sand को जो chemical formula है, that is silicon dioxide. SiO2. One thing important, if you are not going to write down in the same manner as it is written in your book, your formula is going to be wrong. Means the thing is silicon S capital I is small O2, silicon dioxide. Then we have sodium hydroxide, which is also known as caustic soda. NaOH, sodium carbonate, washing soda, Na2CO3, along with 10 water molecules. And you have to write it down like this. अगर आप Na2CO3 भी लिख देते हो, that is fine. But if they are asking particularly about some chemical formula, तो आपको ये water के molecules साथ लिखने necessary हैं by putting a dot in between these two. Calcium oxide, which is also known as quicklime, CaO. Then sugar C12H22O11. Sulfuric acid is H2SO4. Ammonia is NH3. Remember, now we are doing the box of remember. Always use standard symbols of elements, chemical formulas of compounds, proper abbreviation of scientific terms, standard value, and SI is standard system international units for constants. Clear है बेटे यहाँ तक? Class 9, is it clear till here बेटे? Just give me a thumbs up if it is clear. Yes, Elena. You want to ask something? Okay, fine.
मैम वो मैंने ना गलती से हैंड रेज कर दिया था.
Challenge. No issue with that. Okay. So we are moving in the next topic, which is mixture. As the name is indicated, mixture है दो चीजों को, more than two things को आप mix कर दो. Like if you are making some recipe, you are following. Like if you are making chicken pakora and you are mixing something that is a mixture of something जो batter बना लेते हो before making or baking the cake, that batter is also a mixture. So mixture क्या है? Mixture basically दो और दो से ज्यादा compounds का आपस में मिल जाना है physically. When two or more elements are or compounds means any substance. Elements or compounds comes under substance. Mix up physically without any fixed ratio. They form a mixture. Like if I give you the example, you are adding water into sugar without any fixed ratio. Means it's not necessary कि आपने 2 चम्मच चीनी ली है तो आप उसमें 2 ग्लास ही पानी ऐड करें. You are going to add it by your own convenience. They form a mixture. So this is the definition of a mixture. Okay. They form a mixture. On mixing up, the component substances retain their own chemical identities and properties. The mixture can be separated into parent compounds by physical methods such as distillation, filtration, evaporation, crystallization, or magnetization. These are the different physical methods which can be used to separate it. Like if we have done the experiment, एक छोटा सा एक्सपेरिमेंट आपको बता रही हूँ, you will be able to know कि इसको किस तरीके से separate कर सकते हैं. Like if I have given you, yes Umayma bete, what do you want to ask?
टीचर पेरेंट कंपोनेंट्स क्या होते हैं?
वही बताने लगी हूँ आपको. Okay, so I am giving you the example of an experiment. Let's say I have given you sugar and I have said it to you that you have to mix it in water. Like you have taken 2 teaspoons of sugar and you have to mix it in 500 ml. You are mixing it. What you have done, you have done or you have made a mixture, right? आपने जो mixture बना लिया है, then what you are going to do, you have make a mixture without any kind of fixed ratio. ठीक है, थोड़ी सी चीनी आपने पानी में mix कर ली. Now what you are going to do, they are saying the mixture can be separated into parent components. Parent components जिनसे वो mixture बना है. Now there are 2 parent components in this mixture. One is sugar and the other one is water. अब आपने इन दोनों को separate करना है. How you are going to separate it? You are applying a physical method which is filtration. You will mix it and then after that, remember I have shown you some filter papers, all the operators in the lab when you people were in 8th class. तो वहाँ पे एक apparatus लगा हुआ था. You might think about that. वो एक practical perform हो रहा था solubility का. Over there you can see कि वहाँ पे filtration हो रही थी. You will simply take a conical flask and put a filter paper on it and just starting pouring that mixture into that filter paper. What happened when all the when all the water is passed, water जो है आपके पास नीचे beaker में आ जाएगा and on the filter paper you will start heating it up. जब आप उसको गर्म करोगे तो you will be able to find out little bit sugar crystals. So it means now you have separated that mixture into sugar crystals and water. So this is the physical method by which you can get the parent components separated. यानी शुगर अलग हो गई एंड वाटर भी अलग हो गया. तो सिमिलरली डिस्टिलेशन इज आल्सो अ वे, फिल्ट्रेशन, इवेपोरेशन जिसमें आप पानी को इवेपोरेट कर दो, ये भी एक तरीके से अलग किया जा सकता है. Crystallization, this is also a process of crystallization in which you get different types of crystals of sugar or any other thing. और magnetization, magnetization is also a process जिसमें magnets के साथ separation की जाती है different ores की, और यहाँ different आप कह लो जैसे copper है, इस तरह से different metals की. Clear है? Okay, mixtures that have uniform composition, uniform means एक जैसी, same composition throughout are called homogeneous mixtures. For example, air, gasoline, ice cream. Whereas heterogeneous mixtures are those in which composition is not uniform throughout. For example, soil, rock, and wood. ठीक है? Now you can, अगर आपको ये पैराग्राफ आता है, but define mixture and how many different types of mixtures are there, आप इसको attempt कैसे करेंगे? First of all, you will write down the definition. Then you will tell कि आप इसको separate कर सकते हैं, and then you are going to write down there are two types of mixtures. One is homogeneous and the other one is heterogeneous. Yes, Umema. Yes, Umema, ask. Bete, what do you want to ask?
टीचर ये होमोजेनियस और हेटेरोजेनियस की समझ नहीं आई. मतलब एयर की कंपोजिशन जैसे कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, नाइट्रोजन और वो ऑक्सीजन है.
ऑक्सीजन.
तो फिर आइस में भी
वो
तो
same
टीचर पानी है, हाइड्रोजन है और ऑक्सीजन है, तो उसमें नाइट्रोजन तो नहीं हुई ना.
नहीं, आइसक्रीम लिखा हुआ है. एयर, गैसोलीन, आइसक्रीम, ये सारी की सारी होमोजेनियस इसलिए हैं बिकॉज इनमें जो कंसिस्टेंसी जिस चीज की है इट विल रिमेन सेम. आइसक्रीम में भी आप देखें जो चीज आप एड अप करोगे दैट इज गोइंग टू बी द सेम. अगर आप उसका कोई इंग्रेडिएंट इधर से उधर कर देते हो, इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी फॉर्म आइसक्रीम. कुछ और ही कंसिस्टेंसी उसकी हो जाएगी और कुछ और ही बन जाएगा. हेटेरोजेनियस की एग्जांपल आप अगर देखें तो दी हुई है सॉइल. सॉइल में समटाइम्स क्या होता है, ओके, सॉइल में क्या होता है, सॉइल में कंसिस्टेंसी चेंज होती है. समटाइम्स आप देखें सॉइल जो है वो बहुत वेट होती है, उसमें पानी की कंसिस्टेंसी ज्यादा होती है. सॉइल के डिफरेंट टाइप्स हैं, किसी में एब्जॉर्बेबिलिटी ज्यादा है, किसी में कम है. कोई प्लांट्स के लिए बहुत, जैसे हमने डिफरेंट, अगर आपको याद हो, आई थिंक छोटी क्लास में, क्लास 5 में आपने टाइप्स ऑफ सॉइल पढ़ी हो, लॉमी सॉइल और इस तरीके से, उसकी कंसिस्टेंसी अलग होती है और उसको हम चेंज भी कर सकते हैं. हाँ जी मैम. यस मैम.
एयर में भी तो टीचर ह्यूमिडिटी हो जाती है, कभी पानी ज्यादा हो जाता है, कभी पानी की कंसंट्रेशन कम हो जाती है.
पानी जो है वो पानी कभी भी ज्यादा नहीं होता, वाटर वेपर ज्यादा होते हैं. बट इट डजंट मीन कि वाटर वेपर ज्यादा हो गया तो ऑक्सीजन गैसेस तो वही रहेंगी ना. ऑक्सीजन उतनी रहेगी, नाइट्रोजन उतनी रहेगी, आर्गोन इतनी रहेगी. एटमॉस्फेयर में हमने ये 3 गैसेस को स्टडी किया था, ये कभी भी चेंज नहीं होंगी. लाइक नाइट्रोजन 79% है, इट विल रिमेन द सेम. ऐसा नहीं है कि नाइट्रोजन की जो वो है वो ज्यादा इंक्रीज हो जाए और वो बहुत ज्यादा 90s पे चली जाए. सो इसलिए वो चीज कंसिस्टेंसी में ही रहेगी. जबकि रॉक, सॉइल, वुड, इसकी कंसिस्टेंसी हम अपनी मर्जी से चेंज कर सकते हैं किसी भी चीज की कॉम्बिनेशन के साथ. इसलिए हम इनको बोलेंगे दीज आर हेटेरोजेनियस मिक्सचर्स. ठीक है. देन पेज नंबर 9. हाउ मच टाइम वी हैव? ओके, डिड यू गेट द होमवर्क?
नो टीचर, में दूसरे सब्जेक्ट्स का मैसेज आया है कि उनका हमने स्कूल आके लेना है, लेकिन केमिस्ट्री का नहीं आया.
क्यों केमिस्ट्री का क्यों नहीं आया? फर्स्ट वीक का होमवर्क डिड यू गेट इट?